Hey all. Last weekend I went to the Crossroads 2023 Guitar Festival. Had a blast. Recorded a bunch of video and listened to a few of the tracks on the way home on a nice drive up here to the Bay Area from LA. And one of the songs done by the John Mayer Trio was a Grateful Dead tune called They Love Each Other. And I remember listening to various versions of it as a kid. There's versions that are a lot faster, and then the jam band version, which can be nice and slow. And I've heard versions of it that last for nearly 20 minutes. John did a version of it that is only 6.5 minutes because they didn't want to put the audience to sleep, right? But it's a great tune, and I'm going to break it down a little bit. I've been working on it for the last little bit. I'm going to try to learn it as much as I can, including solos, but this breakdown will be just for the rhythm section, the main riff and the chord progression. So let's listen to a little bit of it. This is one of my recordings that I took at the Crossroads Festival here.
And this one came to mind and we played it and went, okay.
All right, so that basic riff goes through all the verses, and it's in the key of G. And there's really just a few chords in the song. There is a G, a C, an F for the verses, or for the choruses. And then there's a kind of a walk up from F, F sharp, to G, and dominant seventh. So those are the basic chords of the progression. And the way it's played, there's just this octave shape. So, you just, I like to use my thumb, and then you can basically, mute this string and you want to get a nice little pluck out of it. You could, hit the thumb here and then use this open string right here. But it's not really played that way. I don't like playing it that way as much, because if you want to shift to a different key, you want to play this, up here. There's a little chromatic run there of double stops in minor thirds that you can't really hit if you just use the open version. So if you want to switch keys, it's much better to just use this version here. You want to get a nice little twack out of it. Give it that little funk. And then the little chromatic part he does is just, sorry, itchy nose here. It's just a set of thirds, minor thirds. And I like doing it, so you can do those same thirds up here, This is the same minor third, just different part of the neck. And, I've seen Jerry play it sometimes up here. But I like this version because you can keep hitting the bass note as you do it. So it's all just right here. Okay, and so this part right here is just a C chord. Just grab a little piece of it. And then into this G dominant seventh here. Then you can do like a little walk down. Or hit that part right there so you can go. You know, and when you listen to the Grateful Dead or Dead and Company do this, there's, you know, Bob Weir and Jerry Garcia, or Weir and John Mayer. You know, they take different parts of it. You know, you'll see Weir, you know, hitting some of the, you know, hitting these sixes right here, which is just a minor third. So if this is a major six interval here, well, that's just a minor third. So you can take these inverses of each other and use those, you know. So the basic groove is like so. And so this little part right here where he goes try, you know, he just goes to a straight C and just holds that, you know. Da, 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 da. Then the chorus is just F to C to G, then F to C to G, and does that 3 times, then another time. Back to C. Love each other. Then the chorus. Lord, if that is true. F to C to G. Then does another time. So, you know, everybody wants to you know, solo, but 90% of the time or 99% of the time when you're playing with others, you are, you know, a supporting rhythm player. And so I think that you should spend a good vast proportion of your time learning how to competently back other people. You'll get your solos, and you should definitely practice and learn how to improv, but you know, if you know how to play these types of songs as a good solid rhythm player, you're going to play with a lot of people, and you're going to get your chance to solo because they're going to like playing with you, and they're going to back you up if you back them up. In fact, I think even John Mayer has mentioned that when he jams with people, when he plays with people, he likes to be the rhythm part almost more than the lead part. And he says he also really enjoys jamming with people who are solid rhythm players. So, you know, and of course, you know, Grateful Dead is a jam band. So if you want to learn to do rhythm and accompaniment, well, not much better to do than learn Grateful Dead songs, or I guess Fish. It's never much into Fish, but Grateful Dead, yeah. Anyways, that's it for this week's video. Have a good weekend.